We all know pianos are musical instruments, but they can also be a magnet for people and even transform a sense of place. That was the point of the art installment by Luke Jerram that was put into play in Boston 3 years ago. Thanks to the Celebrity Series in Boston, we'll have a chance to play it again with some help from artists and other collaborators. To tell us about the project is our guest from the Celebrity Series, the President and Executive Director, Gary Dunning. Thank you very much for being with us, Gary.
Thanks, Tim. Good to be here.
You know, the Celebrity Series, you're more or less in the concert business, so what is this about having pianos on the street?
We thought it was first done in our 75th anniversary season, so we envisioned it as a gift to the city of Boston, the people of Boston who supported Celebrity Series so much. But then it caught on with such passion and fervor that we really saw the idea that everyone can participate in the arts, that the arts are indeed for everyone. Maybe not everyone can be a world-class artist, and appear on concert hall stages like Symphony Hall, but that everyone can really enjoy music or dance and things like that. And so we launched an annual series of participatory public art projects, street pianos being the first one. We've done a couple more different ones in dance since then, and we decided it was time to bring back street pianos.
Well, one of the things you're trying to do is change the look of these pianos, and you're going to be asking some artists to help you with that. So explain the point of that, too.
Well, Luke Jerram, who created this project, said, if you leave a piano on a street corner untouched, it looks like it's being discarded. And some people may play it, they may not. But when you paint them, it becomes a piece of art, and it can animate that particular small space. And in fact, the only rule we really give the artist is the words "Play me, I'm yours" must be written or painted somewhere on the piano, because it is an open invitation to sort of say, come play with me, play the piano, activate the space, activate the people, engage the people that otherwise you would just pass by without even thinking or knowing.
Well, I imagine these pianos, and you had them up here a few years ago, they got a lot of play, but talk about the different kinds of play that you at least might have gotten wind of.
Well, the one thing we chose in the very beginning, and we'll do it again this time, is we don't program the pianos. We really let it up to Bostonians to do whatever they want. We had people who traveled around to play every piano and document that. We had people who brought their bands and advertised that they were going to do a concert at 1 o'clock on Saturday at Inman Square. We had homeless people who were skilled pianists who just sort of decided to stop and take a little break in their day. Lunchtime concerts, dance concerts even, and even a couple of people brought their bands along. So we realized if we just let people enjoy it and make the most of it, they're the creative ones. They're the ones who will really make something happen.
Something that's interesting about a live performance and, the subways, for example. I mean, musicians, sometimes we think they're just wallpaper, and other times I have seen people gather around a person playing, and the whole platform, it just is different.
It is. There is something. There is the shared experience. I mean, that's really what live performance is. That it's shared between the artist and the audience, and it's also shared between audience members. And that's what happens even in a small little corner of the street where 5 people are stopping just to listen. They're taking a break from their day. It might be even sort of incongruous. You might have a 5-year-old child who's quite adept at playing. You might have an 80-year-old who's just trying to remember how chopsticks goes from their youth. That's entertaining in and of itself, but then people sort of engage because so many people have had experience with music at some point in their lives. Maybe they took piano lessons. And that piano is there to really activate just the space as well as the people who pass it by.
I mean, talk about that, because you're a parent with a child, and the first time a kid gets his or her hands on the keys, and I mean, there's something you just can't resist.
Well, the wonderful thing, I mean, the piano is a great instrument to choose for this, because if you hit this key, mine is going to sound probably pretty close to yours, pretty close to an accomplished pianist. Now, when you put a lot of notes together, it gets a little bit complicated, but it is an instrument that you can start to play right away, and it has a sound that's actually pretty good. As opposed to if I picked up a violin for the very first time, I guarantee that sound wouldn't be that attractive. But we've had also, last time we had some teachers who just decided to choose a piano and offered free lessons for people for a couple hours on a weekday. Again, we hope Bostonians, take it, embrace it, and really make the most of it.
Well, I want to come back to what you normally do in the Celebrity Series, because you have a lot of artists, many of them are big name artists too. They come here, they give live concerts, and a lot of us sometimes we say, oh yeah, I have that on my iPod, I don't need to go to Symphony Hall or something, and yet there is a difference. It doesn't have to be that place, but it can be some other place as well. There's a difference between being there when it's played.
The live performance, whether it's a big concert orchestra or whether it's a soloist, it is much more of a visceral experience. No matter how good your sound system is or where you are, sharing it with other people, feeling the energy that, and we've all been to performances of any kind of music, when you know when something special is happening, when there's a real connection with the artists, when there's a real connection with each other, when the music finishes and you're just on your feet because you're so excited. That doesn't happen if you're sitting alone with earphones, listening to your iPad.
We should mention one of the things you're going to be doing pretty soon is you're going to be asking some artists to help you put some color on these pianos. So explain how that's supposed to be working.
Sure. We have on our website, which is www.streetpianosboston.org, streetpianosboston.org, we're now collecting people who are interested in being piano hosts, which means I either have a good location, I'm willing to work with you, I'm willing to help you, and we're putting up this weekend, I would like to decorate a piano. Because our goal is to have a piano in every Boston neighborhood. Our goal is to have artists of all kinds, not just all professional artists, but whether it's a third grade class from the local elementary school, whether it's an amateur artist, anyone. We really want a cross-section of folks from all over town and all kinds of experience. And once you sign up, we'll continue to work on it, and then the Design and Innovation Center is giving us space over the summer. We'll bring the pianos there, we'll have the artists decorate them, and it'll start to roll out in the middle of September.
All right, thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks very much.
Gary Dunning from the Celebrity Series. And we'll have more news in just a moment.